Welcome to this video on catching out from the upward market trend. As you can see on your screen, we're on the Bitcoin chart, and this is the daily chart. Bitcoin has been on the rise since the 12th of March. On the 12th of March, it was doing $20,929. But as you can see, today it's doing $30,298. Like we said in the advert, whatever it is that you had put into many of those coins, especially for example Bitcoin, you would have had over 50% of your investment in the last 1 month. So this is just a real proof or confirmation to what we said. And of course, let's look at some other coin. You also see same trajectory for that coin. As you can also see on the Ethereum chart, you're also seeing a similar scenario where Ethereum was doing on the 11th of March, it was doing $1,428, but today is $2,103. So that's also another proof that this coin have grown over the past 1 month. Like we say, just following the trend alone, you would have achieved a lot of money by just investing in any of this coin and just allowing you to grow with the trend. Okay, so this is also another coin, the SOL. About a month ago, it was doing $16.74. Today it's doing $84.22. So this is just to buttress the fact that just by following the trend, you would have made so much money from the market. But like we said, it's not just all about following the trend. What we're looking at here are how you can maximize profit even while following the trend. For example, as you can see on the screen, for some of those days, this coin, for example, on the 11th of April, if you check on your screen, this coin did 10% increase on that day alone. And then on the 12th of April, it did a 3% increase. Now, when you add that to your leverage, that's so much profit you can make. So these are part of what you can get from the cryptocurrency market, especially at this time that there's an upward movement in the market. Coins do massive moves every day. So these are big time opportunities for you to make so much money. If you can capture the time this move are going to happen, and then you buy into this coin, so which is what of people are going to be showing to you in this video. And now the truth is also, when you understand the market, or those you're following understand the market, whether the market is going up or down, you can still make money. So of course, the market doesn't just go up all through. It goes up, it retraces, it hits support, it goes up again, it hits resistance and all of that. So that's how the market moves. But it's all about knowing the market is going to move in such and such direction at this time. And that brings us to a very important point in this training very quickly. The place of the fact that you may say, well, I'm a newbie in the market and I don't know how to read market chart. Just like you're seeing now, you're just seeing handles on the screen. So you may want to ask, so how do I read this chart? That's where the place of professional come to place. Yes, we know that it takes time to study and understand the cryptocurrency market or any other market, but then you can leverage on the expertise of a professional, someone who has been in the field for 1, 5, 6, up to 10 years. And then by leveraging on their expertise, you can still make money from the market. And then if you choose to learn after that, or while you're also making money, it's up to you. So that's where the place of getting proven signal comes in. That's something you are introducing to you by this program, where we'll give you signals that you can use to trade, real-time signal. For example, if you had gotten to know that at the beginning of the 14th of April, it started with that amount, $2,016. If you had known that in course of the day, it was going to grow to as much as $2,094. So all you need is to buy maybe either on the 13th of April or early 14th of April, and then as the coin grows, so also your money grows. So this is how to make one way to make money from the cryptocurrency market. So now the question is knowing when this coin move, and then that's why, like I said, that's where the place of signal comes in. Somebody who has studied the market, who understands the market, and also who have vital information, because sometimes it's not just the candlestick that determines the movement of the market, not just the technical analysis, it's a place for fundamental analysis. So with fundamental analysis, it could be news, with vital things that are happening around that coin or things related to that coin. Those things also affect the movement of the market. Okay, so for example, on the 12th of April, there was an upgrade in the Ethereum network. Now, if you observe very well, in the 11th and the 12th, there was almost no more change in the price. People were not too sure of where the price was going to go. So as you can observe from the screen, the price change was not so much. There was no much volatility in the coin that day. But after the upgrade happened from the 13th, you can see the longer candlestick that happened there after that upgrade. So all of those things affect the price of coin, and then that's where the professional comes to play. Somebody that can tell you, okay, this is what's going to happen, this is what's likely to happen in the market, and then you can cash into that and make serious money from the market. So this is one thing we are introducing to you, the place of leveraging on the expertise of professional traders. So for you to make so much money from the cryptocurrency world while you are still trying to grow your skills, or you're just getting into the cryptocurrency world or any other instrument, it could be forex, it could be gold, any other instrument, you can leverage on the expertise of a professional. So all you do is to subscribe to their channel or their signal group, and then you can get their signal, trade on those signals, and then make money. And then of course, those signals are most of the time are not free. And then let me also say this very quickly: be careful of people who say they are giving you signals for free, because for somebody to sit down and analyze the market and then put that information there, it really will not come for free, because if the person is going to make, if those signals make money for the person, he or she will be trading those signals, and for any reason he has to put it out, you put it out for a fee. So, but on the other hand, also, if you're going you're going to make money from a particular signal, and there's no big deal paying for the signal. So I will really advise, be careful of those who say they are giving you free signal, because it's likely that those signals are not going to make money for you, or you're not going to make money out of those signals. If you want to get into the cryptocurrency or any other instrument, it's important that you put out some funds to subscribe for signal, because if it's valuable, then of course it's going to cost you some money to get. So that's very important for you to look out for. And then the question is, well, I don't have much information about the crypto market. Can I trade with signal? The answer is yes. Following signal means that you may not need to understand how the chart works. All you need to do is to be told, okay, you're buying such and such coin at such and such entry, and then you're exiting at such and such point. That's just what it means. Okay, you need to get some basic knowledge, which is also one of the things that we train those who subscribe to our signal channel. We give them basic information about the market, we also give them information about trading psychology and everything that they need to get to equip themselves very well to make money from the cryptocurrency market. For example, on Wednesday, we gave several signals. One of the signals we gave was on GAF USDT. So we'll give the signal type, either a long or a short, either you're buying or you're selling on features, and then we'll give the name of the coin, give the type of signal long, name of coin, entry zone, so 2.04 to 1.99, and then we'll give our target. So you can see the target there. We'll give the liberate type 10x and then stop loss. So at the orientation classes, we just tell you how to input all of these data and then follow through coin as it's growing, and then you can take vital decisions. So it's just as simple as that. So you can see that same day also, there was also another signal on CVX, also a long signal. The information are there, and then those who got this call made so much money from this call. I'm going to be showing you the outcome of these calls that we have made, and then you're going to see how much money we have made from these signals. We're going to be analyzing those signals very soon, so you can see the outcome of the signal. Now, these are the ones that were posted on Monday, and massive returns for all those who took this trade. The returns were so good, as you're going to be seeing in no time. Okay, let's take, for example, let's look at this coin, AVAX. Let's go to Binance. Now, this signal was posted on Monday, the 10th of April by 4:36 p.m. That's when it was posted. So let's go to the Binance chart and then look for that coin, and then you can see what it did. Okay, so this is the chart of the coin. Let's go to Monday, the 10th of April. Okay, so we're on the 10th of April. Like we said, the signal was posted at about 4:30 p.m. So this is a 15 minutes time frame. So the call was made at about somewhere around here. And then at that time, the coin was doing $17.54. And then it was a long signal. And let's look at the various call targets. So we call for entry zone at 17.51 to 17.44. And like I said, there was a slight retracement there just towards the lower entry point came up at about 5 p.m. That was about close to 30 minutes after we did the call. So those who entered there, and then the first entry target is 17.59, which was somewhere here. It was achieved 45 minutes later. The first target was achieved 45 minutes later, and then also the second target was also achieved within that time frame. And then the third target was 17.82, which was here. That's by 6 o'clock. We got to 17.82, and then the fourth target was 17.97. So let's see when we achieved that target, 17.97. So okay, so somewhere at about 1:30 a.m. the next day, that's the 11th of April, the fourth target was achieved. So and then we went on and on till so at about 5:45 a.m. that's 11th of April, the fifth target was achieved. Target was 18.14. And then the sixth target was achieved by 11:15 a.m. that same morning, which was 18.32. The fifth target was achieved at 3:15 p.m. that day. The seventh target was achieved, which was 18.53. Now, of course, there was a retracement, but imagine for you to have gotten 7 out of 8 targets already, that's huge, huge profit. Which I'm going to be showing to you in no time. Okay, let me just open that. Okay, now this is a report of some of the signals that we posted for this week. Why would they report of them? Now, this is the AVAX, like I've just explained to you the various times that the signals the targets were achieved. There's the price estimate based on what if you had entered the trade at a particular amount. So let's say someone did enter the trade with $1,000 using a 20x leverage. That's to say that your margin on that trade is $50. And if you enter the trade with $100, that means your margin is just $5. So assuming you entered with $1,000 with a margin of $50. So when we hit the first target, which was 17.59, you made $6.27, and then the second target $12.54, the third target $19.38, the fourth target $27.93, and then down to the seventh target, which was hit at 3:15 p.m. the next day, you would have made $58.14. Obviously, like you saw on the screen, which was what I wanted to say, there was a retracement here, as you're seeing on your screen now. The 8th target took some time before it was hit. Now, of course, when it happens this way, we advise when you've gotten up to your 6th or 7th target, and then there's a retracement, which will also give some information in the group. We advise that you get off the trade because obviously at this point, this is like a reversal candle for those who understand trading so well. But we do make some of this call also, besides just the signal that we post. We do give this vital information when there's a need to get off the trade and then get back into the trade. Of course, if they're taking such huge capital, like you're seeing now at the seventh target, you already made $58 by entering a trade of $50. That's over 100% of whatever it is you enter that trade with. At this point, a margin of $50. Okay, so you could exit the trade and then allow it to retrace very well. And then somewhere at about 3:30 a.m. the next morning, you have still entered the trade again. But even if you had allowed the trade to run, of course, there would have been a decline in what would be showing on your unrealized profit and loss. And they just allowed it to run up till 3:45 p.m., where it did $18.69. Of course, we allowed it to run more somewhere around 6:45 p.m. that day. It went as high as 19.21. And that's massive, massive profit. But we'll just use you have 19.21. So if you allow the trade to run all through, you would have made $98.04 on that trade. So when it got to the 8 targets, then you would have made $72.96. Now, for those who have maybe a small account, and then like we advise, you don't enter a trade with more than 5% of your account size, which is what we're going to explain when we do the orientation. Because then we'll talk about trading psychology, account management, and all what we need to do to be able to make serious profit. Also, all those things are what we explain at the orientation seminar. So if you had entered the trade with $100, which means your margin is $5. At the 7th target, you'd have made $5.814. And then, of course, at the target, which was achieved on the 12th of April, you would have made $7.296 because they had allowed it to still run up till, I would say, the very high that it went to. That made $9.804. So this just tell you what you could achieve when you follow correct and accurate signal. No matter what it is, like I was saying, it's better to pay for signals and then have the right signal than just want to go for free signal and then sometimes serious losses, sometimes gain, and then just fluctuating. But when you have the right signal and then you enter the trade very well, you would have made so much money from those signals. Then, like we mentioned, we also did another signal. Let me just run through the second one that we did. I'll also show it to you on the chart. We also did this the YDX on that same day within just within that about that time. And then these are by the left hand side, the entry point we are 2.437 to 2.4227. Of course, when you do the calculation using an average, if you had entered the trade at 2.432, and then at the first target, which was achieved by 4:45 p.m., that's about less than 10 minutes, the first target was achieved, you would have made, if you had entered the trade with $1,000, you would have made $6.9, and then all through down. Now that trade, every target were achieved, although the trade ran up till the 13th of April. Yeah, sometimes the trade could run that much. So we'll just give you guidance on what to do. If it's to take off some of your profit or to exit the trade entirely, and then when it comes, trace it fully, you can still enter the trade. And when you do that, you make so much money. If you allow the trade to just run up to the target that we called, you will also make so much money. So at the 9th target, which was achieved on the 13th, for those who entered the trade with $1,000, they made $73.58. And then for those who entered with $10, they made $7.358. So that's huge profit. So you can imagine getting into this trade. Let me show you one more. This ZROX, also a long signal that was posted by 4:39 p.m. I can see the result there also. So at the 8 targets, those who entered with $1,000 were already making $80.21. And then those who entered with $100 were making $8.021. So those are things that you can achieve when you follow the right signal. Like I said, now these information are all there. I've just shown you on the group chat. So you could verify this information by yourself. The calls, the group chat, so you can see when the calls were made, the time frame, the AVAX that we did initially, the first one we did, and then the second one, the DYDX coin. You can see when it was posted, and then so you can verify what we're saying, the ZROX. So all of those coins, like I said, you can see on the screen. It was posted on Monday, the 10th of April. So these are things that you achieve when you are part of the right signal group and you follow through what the instruction that we're giving. You can make so much money from the cryptocurrency market. Also, let's look at these other signals. ZROX. But so this the price chart for ZROX. Let's go to the 10th of April. I would say the signal was made by 4:39 p.m. So somewhere around here, that was when the signal call was made. So we look at an entry point of 0.251 to 0.2711. Let's just try to locate that 0.251 and then we looked at the mean in our calculation, 0.273. So we entered somewhere around this point. Okay, so the first target was achieved at about 4:45 p.m. The first target was achieved, which was 0.2764. And then by 5:15 p.m., second target was achieved, which was 0.2781, somewhere around here. And then by 5:45, the third target was achieved, which was 0.2801. And then trade ran till the 11th. Yeah, by 12 midnight on the 11th, the sixth target was achieved, it was 0.288. There was a slight retracement, but like we said, it would allow the trade to run even for some time. If the retracement is not so much downward, it would allow it to run. And then by 3:30 p.m., the seventh target was achieved, which was 0.2913. You can see on the screen this particular candle, though it was a red candle, but I did hit that target. After you hit your seventh target, it's best to just exit the trade, because you know there will most likely be a retracement, which did happen. But you can also follow the trade and then allow you to retrace, and then you enter again somewhere around the 14th of the month. You can see at about 6 a.m. on the 14th, the eighth target was achieved with this candle. And then let's look at the money that could have been achieved from each of this coin, depending on how much you invested in them. A very quick one, a call to action. What do you need to do to be able to act in seriously from Signal Group? So the Signal is a paid subscription, so you have to pay for the subscription. And then we're doing a promo, the subscription fee is actually 50,000 naira a month. But then there's a promo where you can pay as low as 30,000 naira, and then you can get into the group. Now, like you can see from the screen, imagine now, even if you have an account size of let's say $100, and then you follow through our instruction, which is to trade with nothing more than 5% of your account size. As you can see, we had on that 10th of April, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different calls that we have made. So we're not saying that you have to trade all of them. Imagine you have just traded 1 or 2 of those calls that were made, and then you're using just $5. You follow through those trades, on average, you're making between $6 to $9. So let's just take the minimum. If you didn't follow the trade all through, because you want to just be very, very safe, and then you're making just $5 in 30 days. Okay, no, we'll give trade signals every day. We make trade calls every day. So for 30 times 5, that's $150. Now, if you convert that to naira, that's 111,000 naira, and that's what you could make in a month. Now, we're not saying that this is static, because for most of the time, we'll tell you to be very conservative in your trade. So, but this is just what you could make in a month with just an account size of $100. If you're paying a fee of 30,000 naira to get this signal, I think it's a wise investment, because you're sure that you're going to make over 80,000 naira a month. Now, we also encourage you not to just pull out this fund from the account, because as someone who have a larger account size of maybe $1,000 or $2,000, you could open trade with larger amounts of money, still using the leverage. But then now imagine somebody who is opening a trade of $1,000, because the person has an account of just of that amount or more. Now that person could have made in just one day, by following our trade, as much as $50 just one day. Now this is how much those who follow through trades like this make in just one day. So the fee of 30,000 naira is really not so much compared to the vital information you're going to be receiving from the groups. Now, the information to subscribe to the signals are on the screen. You could send a message to our customer care number, like you're seeing on the screen, 0817-495-1822. Now, those of you who are already in the group, the information are also there. It is okay. The account detail is also on the screen. Learning Phronesis. once you make payments into the account, you can pick your spot for the orientation program. Like we mentioned, we don't admit people to our Signal Group without giving them orientation. And the reason is because somebody who has wrong account management can block his or her account even when you have the right signal. Because if you take the wrong leverage, you could pull out of the market earlier than necessary, and then you could lose money. So we'll give you basic orientation. And for those people who are in Port Harcourt, we're having a live orientation program. Those who are not in Port Harcourt, they can also get the live stream of that orientation program, and then they're admitted into the group. So like you're making payment right away. We also have recorded video of the orientation program. So once you make your payment, either we ask you to wait for the live orientation program, or we send you the video of our recorded orientation program, and then you can start getting the signal. We do signal every day. Even today, there are also been signals that have been posted. And let me just show that while I'm doing this video, we posted some signal. Like you can see, we posted ID USDT. We also did a signal Alice earlier today at about 2:28 p.m. Now I'm doing this video on Saturday, the 15th of April. So you can see on the screen today. Now already this coin have done so much. Let me just show that to you. Okay, so this call was made at about 2:28 p.m. today. And then like you can see the entry point, we are 1.737 to 1.684. Let's try to locate that time. Yep, somewhere at about this point, somewhere there. So when the coin went down to about 1.723. So imagine if you had entered somewhere around here. So as you can see already, we're already close to the first target for that coin. Is already doing 1.743. So we're close to the first target, and of course the trade is still running. So we know that we're sure that this trade will go as planned. So like I said, we'll post every day, and then you can leverage on those signals and then make so much money for yourselves. So when you make your payment, we give you either the recorded video, or if you're close to when we do a live orientation training program, we ask you to wait and then join the live classes. But of course, we ensure that you watch the recorded video of our orientation program so that you understand the basics. Then we're going to be teaching you an introduction to the cryptocurrency market. We're also going to be teaching you about account management, risk management, and then very important, we'll be talking about trading psychology, because that's one area where we lose money. Because when you enter a trade, at the initial point, it would look as though the trade is going against you. For example, somebody went at the trade. Let's assume today that we'll play this trade, this Alice, at about 245. As you can see, the price went down a bit from the entry point. So somebody who have not understood trading psychology may wonder like, oh, what's happening? I'm losing money. But you just need to realize, knowing that trade was called at the right time, and then after this candle came down, it went up and then up and up. But even after it went up by 4:15, there was also a little bit of retracement by 4:45 and 5 o'clock, and then it went up again. Now, as you can see, like I mentioned earlier, it's almost hitting our first target point. So all of these I think that will teach those who subscribe to our Signal Group, so they understand how to manage their emotion when they are on a particular trade, because somebody may have entered this trade and then exited at this point, and the person would have lost money, not knowing that, okay, if you had just waited, you start being in plus in that trade. So these are part of things that we give in the orientation program, because we've come to understand that these are one of the reasons why some persons fail, though they are in a group that posts accurate signal, correct signal. Because of account management, they lose money from trade. And we've also mentioned about the account side. And this is one of the things that we emphasize strongly. That yes, we have very good calls, but there are also times when some of those calls may not have gone as planned. For example, within the past 50 trades that we've done, about 2 or 3, the stop loss were hit. That's why we keep encouraging our people to ensure that they enter the trade not with all their capital, So the place of account management is so important, because when there are challenges in a trade, you may need to buffer the trade. Now, if you enter the trade with all the money in your account, yes, you could have made so much money. But if you enter with all the money in your account, when there's a need to buffer your trade, which is what I think we're going to explain in the orientation program, then there will be no money to buffer that trade to make sure that the position is held for longer and then profit is achieved. So those are things that you get when you either watch the recorded orientation course or you attend the live orientation course. And of course, in the live orientation course, you're also going to be seeing live our trade calls. Then we're going to open our signal group so you can see live those calls that we made, and then we're also verified. And then we're also going to be showing you live trades that are going, and then you're going to be seeing the profit that are achieved. So those are one of the advantages of attending the live orientation courses that we do. So like I said, you take action immediately, and you should take action immediately. Make payment for the signal subscription, and then you'll be ushered in immediately. Of course, the truth is, once you make payment and then you go through the recorded video, get the orientation, you can start making money within 1 or 2 days, and then you start trading. You will definitely start making money from the signals that will be posted in the group. Within a week, the subscription fee should have been made, irrespective of your account size. And provided you have an account size of up to $100, you should have achieved the subscription fee of 30,000 naira. So I think it's the wise investment to not try to do it by yourself when you're not yet a professional. Yet we also do have training, a master class, which we do for a month. But that master class is 150,000 naira, where you get the detail of candlestick analysis, technical analysis, all what you need to know to be able to read the chart by yourself and trade by yourself. But like I said, for the meantime, before you attend any of such training, you can and you should be able to start making money from the cryptocurrency markets. So once again, take action, and I trust to see you in the group while you start making serious money. Now, if you observe, while recording the video, we're still on the Alice price chart. You saw something when it got to the candle, the previous candle, there was a bit of a retracement for some seconds, and then but now our first target have already been hit at one. Currently, the price is currently at 17751. Remember, the target was 1.749. So already hit our first target. But of course, you need to allow the trade to run. It's just the first target to run as much as you should. Obviously, at this point, we'll tell you to move your stop loss to a profit margin, so that even if there's a serious issue in the market and then the trade goes down, you would have at least secured some of your profit. These are things that we're also going to be showing you at the orientation program, how to, when you hit the profit target, you secure your profit and then still allow the trade to run, not just putting out of the trade. Obviously, at this time, you should have moved your stop loss to somewhere around 1.74 or 1.735. So you've secured some profit already from this trade. So once again, take action, and I trust to see you at the Signal Group. And I also trust that as you take action, your story will be the next story that we're going to be telling, how that people have made money, massive money, from the cryptocurrency market. So thank you for staying with us up to the end of this video. And once again, I trust to see you at the paid Phronesis Signal Group, where you make serious money from the cryptocurrency markets.